Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. And like I've said the last handful of weeks, put Fisherman's on your radar, because when we get done today talking with our special guests in studio, you're going to need some stuff. It just works out that way. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Might as well even go there. Our special guests in studio today, Steve Lynch and Jason Hambley from Procure. They're both in the studio this morning. We actually got Jason off the water to come in and share some info with you that might help you be more successful chasing some spring Chinook this year. We've got 1 week left below Bonneville. Hopefully things will start to improve between now and Friday. And then, of course, the Willamette. Overall, things are a little slow-esque. We'll talk about that in this upcoming segment. But in the end, we're going to talk about herring. We're going to talk about prawns. We're going to talk a little bit, some secrets maybe, that we might get from both of them on how you might improve your egg game if you're crazy enough to go up and deal with that in the Oregon City area. Most frustrating egg bite in the world. But we'll talk about that later on the show with the guys from Procure. For sure, great information that's going to help you, at all of us, especially if you're playing the herring game like the majority of us are currently. And don't even get me started. Everybody keeps asking about, is there going to be an extension? There's no way to know. We've got a lot of time between now and any of those decisions to be made. So just get that out of your head and plan on trying to get out there if you can before they close it this upcoming Friday. So we'll cover that ground whenever we do get some information. Upcoming segment, we'll have my report from this week. It's pretty much all over the place. Losing phones, no fish. Welcome to my week. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. We got a video clip there that we're going to show you as well when we do go through the viewer photos. Thanks for all of you for sending those in. And we'll also show you how to send those photos over, because we'd love to get a bunch more. And we're now starting to see some more photos with Chinook in it. Everybody's transitioning away from winter steelhead for good reason. It's that time of year. But don't be shy. We want to see your photos as well. We'll have fish counts, river levels, a reminder or an update, or maybe an announcement of a derby that's coming up here in just a little bit. Also, we've got your Procure giveaway reminder so that you can send Jason Hambley an email and bug him, like I keep telling you. Also, we'll check in with Katie Suniga and find out what the weather's going to do. And we got a heck of a change coming. It's going to go back to borderline summer, and who knows what's going to happen after that here in a very short period of time. But we'll find out from Katie what we can expect there. As always. In the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, my specific question for Mr. Hambley and Steve is, how do you make your eggs more appealing to Chinook in what we call the egg bite up there in the Oregon City area? Specifically, that's what I want to talk to him about. Other than that, like we've mentioned, we're going to talk herring and other things. But in that Chevy Silverado Tech Tip, maybe we can make it less frustrating? Probably not, but we're going to do the best we can at the very least. And we have the deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine, which, by the way, coincides with Procure again. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You did too. He knows everything. All right, we're going to have some of your photos here in just, do we have a call coming through? He's on the phone. Let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that everybody's been sending in. And we're going to start seeing more and more of these as turkey season gets into full swing. Dylan's first turkey, very well done. And there's been multiple of these youth hunts that have been going on around Oregon and Washington. Nice job there. Okay, I actually know what this is all about. I was actually on the water this past week. Actually, it was, I believe, John, who did that artwork for me that we talked about just last week or the week before, lost his anchor out there on one of the rivers someplace. And, and they had to tie up a couple of rocks to use as an anchor. Jason, have you had to do that yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Are you serious? You've never had to do that?
I had to do a rock.
Okay, well, I thought it was great. Steve raises his hand. Yep, I've been part of that. It's not if you're going to lose your pyramid or whatever style anchor you're fishing with your drift boat. It's when, right? But nobody carries a spare anchor, at least that I know of. We already learned this year, you better carry a spare oar. Anchor could also be one as well. Here you go. Here's, you're going to see a beautiful, that's her first salmon. Southwest Washington is where this is coming from. Granddaughter's first fish. I love that. Look at that. That's just, you're going to start seeing more and more of those Well, here I am being optimistic. We're going to start seeing more and more of these salmon photos hopefully coming in, and here, ding, ding, ding. Anybody else start running when you hear something like that? The bell in the background. Linda, this is from the Clatskanie area. It looks like a steelhead from the bank. That might just be the way that I finish my season off. Who knows? Getting out there and plunking. Just catch them. Quit working so hard. Looks like a Mackinaw. It is. Oh, no, it's a bull trout. Is that a bull trout and a Mackinaw the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a biologist, everyone. Lake Billy, Chinook, if you've never been there, you got to go some point in time. It's just a really cool place. Haven't been there in years. We actually filmed down there. Y'all remember that footage? So much good footage lost and gone. Here's another one. The metal gods were generous. Yeah, when you got 2 limits like that, 4 steelhead. Yeah, everybody's making the transition. They are definitely focusing in on spring Chinook. Again, it's that time of year. But we had a pretty decent, I'd say really good winter steelhead season overall around here. And here's one. Steve, you might appreciate this. An elk. I say that, I'll let him give that up if he wants to. But a 13-year-old draw. Hey, you're not alone. At least you drew. I'm on the no-draw list. I whine about it every day, or every year at the very least. The no-draw list, that's where I'm at. Melina, I hope I said that correctly. Well done, congratulations. There's a freezer full of the best perfect meat that you can have. No question. Also, here's a video, I believe. This is from one of our Facebook fans this morning. I'm going to go ahead and give it up because it is just salmon fishing and it is the Columbia. That's right there at the power lines, right there at the mouth of the Sandy. I've been fishing this river as long as it's been legal to chase spring Chinook this time of year. And by the way, everyone, for all those that said you've been doing it since the 60s, no, you weren't. But anyway, since 2000, we have. And I've not seen this. I don't know if I've seen that many sea lions in the dead zone this time of year. Now, there's a couple of reasons why they could be there. I don't think it's smelt because typically, or at least from what I've noticed in the last week and the reports I'm getting, smelt up that high are gone. So it's a little concerning. The only other options for them to eat are salmon, steelhead, and sturgeon. And we're not going to show you the video of the sturgeon that we got because it's a little, well, it's a little gory, actually. I actually heard this week, and maybe you guys have seen this before, but I actually heard this week from a friend of mine out on the Columbia that watched 4 sea lions kill an oversized sturgeon and eat it together. They actually tag teamed and worked together to take and kill that oversized sturgeon. I have never seen them tag team. I've never seen them work together. I've always seen just an individual, you know, take a sturgeon. Usually it was the older males that had the knowledge and how to do it. But to see them working together, that scares the heck out of me. These things are as smart as it gets. They're way smarter than anybody gives them credit for. And if they figure out how to hunt together, forget it. There will be nothing that could survive out there. I mean, if they're working together, that's just a scary thing all by itself. Not to get sidetracked, of course. All right, let's cut to a quick break. When we come back, looks like we've got a phone call, but when we come back, let's make sure you know how to send those photos in. It's the Fox 12 app. Super simple. Download it. Find Outdoor GPS. It'll walk you through how to upload your photos and video. And send some video in. We want to see them, just like the one that we showed you. All right, we're going to cut to a break. I do have a call that's coming in. I'm going to try to get this call in this upcoming segment, so Tom, be patient with me. We'll be back with my report from this week in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere.